Hi, Wednesday 8 o'clock class. This is your review lesson for June 3rd, lesson 9-1. Your song for this week, Ode to Joy. Here's your play-along version.
My metronome is set to 80, 4 beats, and we're in. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, let's take a look at the music. First thing we notice is that the tempo is andante. Then we notice that the time signature is 4/4 time. Then we notice the composer is Beethoven, very famous composer. And don't forget to pay attention to the slurs. Remember, you lift off at the end of a slur and drop into each new slur. And then there's some fancy fingering at the end of line 3. The purpose is so that we will not break our slur. Let me demonstrate on the keyboard.
Here's the tricky fingering. We're playing the C, D, and G. But so we won't break our slur, we play 1 on C, then we sneak 5 in on D, and our thumb can make it down to G. I didn't break the slur. 1, 5, 1 on C, D, G. Now listen to that last slur on line 3. It starts with a D. Watch me get all the way to the bottom without losing my slur.
And finally, we have a new note value that shows up in this song called a dotted quarter note. When we see a dotted quarter note, we say ta dot. Beats 1.5. Let me explain what it looks like and sounds like in this song. Here's a rhythm pattern you recognize. Ta, ti, ti, ta, ah. And we know that when we have two TTs right next to each other, we can beam them together. But if we want to separate those TTs, we can. And then the beam goes away and the little flag hangs down from each T. Now I might want to tie my first ta with that first T. And I could write it like this with a tie sign, or I could write it like this, making the first note a ta dot with 1.5 beats. Playing the measure would sound like this. Ta dot ti ta ah. I'll show you on the keyboard.
Ta dot ti ta ah. And we are playing E dot D D ah. We have the same rhythm pattern at the end of line 2. We have a ta dot ti ta ah, and we play it on D dot C C ah. And then again, on the last measure of the last line, we have a ta dot ti ta ah on notes D dot C C ah.
My goodness, that's a lot of theory for the week. But the good news is the rest of your theory homework is a review of your 3-position C puzzle. And don't forget to record your very best time. Here's your practice guide. New song, Ode to Joy. Songs to review, Lightly Row. Theory, 3-position C puzzle. Record your fastest time and most important of all, recital June 27th. Okay, kids, that's all for today. Good job.